FOG Andrew here from the Family of Gamers. Welcome, Wargamers, to an exciting, awesome episode. Alright, so I've been very interested in a lot of, like, video game, board game, hybrid kind of, things like that. So you have something like the Don't Starve board game, which is not on Kickstarter yet, unfortunately. You have the Terraria board game, which that Kickstarter ended. I did not end up backing that. I might wait for the retail edition if there even is one, or might just use that money to go towards Don't Starve, because I kind of might be a little bit more excited for Don't Starve. Then we also have the Worms board game coming out hopefully at the end of August or the beginning of September. Very excited about that from Mantic. But we have another video game based board game, or video game board game kind of thing. It's Rayman the board game. So we're going to take a look at some of the sneak peek stuff. The Kickstarter page is not out yet, but that'll be out in September. Let's look at the website page. Alright, so we have the Rayman board game stuff here. I'll have this website linked in the description. September 17th, 2024. It'll be up on Kickstarter. Of course, I already put in my email so that they can notify me on launch. But I do like the Rayman games, at least the more recent ones. I haven't really played like the old school ones that much, but this is kind of like, when you really think about it, this is like the first time we're getting like a real Rayman thing in a while. Like, we had the Mario and Rabbids games, which had DLC with Rayman, but that was a crossover with Mario and Nintendo characters. So this is like a strictly Rayman property thing right here, with only Rayman stuff, which is pretty cool to see. So your epic adventure awaits. Discover Rayman like never before in an all-new board game adventure. Team up with your favorite heroes in an epic race, dodging dangers and saving the teensies. Designed by the acclaimed Maxime, just excuse my pronunciation here, I can't even pronounce pronunciation, Tardif, and Flyos. The game promises thrilling action for 1 to 4 players. Become a legend in the Glade of Dreams and be ready for the launch in September 2024. So, miniatures. That is what I want to see here. We have Glowbox, we have Barbara, we have Rayman, and we even have King Minimus here, which is pretty cool. They have a trailer as well, which I'm not going to show the trailer. You can watch that on your own. Let them get their views up. But this is kind of the main things. The gameplay is what I want to know more about here, okay? I thought the box seems pretty thick here. Then you look here, the box seems pretty thin, a little bit thinner than I would have thought compared to like this picture here. But maybe this has Kickstarter stuff. But I'm gonna get to all that speculation at the end. Let's talk about gameplay stuff. So enjoy an epic adventure for the entire family. Utilize action cards to move, jump, glide, or slap. Dodge obstacles, defeat enemies, and stay sharp. Challenge your friends, rescue the teensies, and win the race. And then here we have the miniatures here. I hope, not that I hope, but I wonder if these are going to be pre-painted, because, like, they're really promoting this and they aren't showing anything about them not being painted. So that would be kind of an interesting thing to have, pre-painted miniatures here. But let's just, we're not going to watch the whole thing, but I do want to point out some stuff here. Let's get rid of the recommendations here. So the whole thing is like you're trying to rescue, it's almost like it's a race in a way. That's what it kind of, looks like. So the whole thing is like you have this board here, and this you kind of go around the board and you have to rescue 3 teensies and then do one final lap to win the game. So you have the teensies, they're locked up in the crates there, in the cages, and then you have to utilize the action cards. So you can move, you could jump, you could glide, you could even attack, you could do a bunch of different things. There's enemies on the board. The numbers also determine like how many spaces you're going to move and how many spaces you'll jump or glide or all that stuff. And what looks cool, you know, like, so you have different like action decks, it looks like, for each character, which seems pretty cool. So here, you know, you have for Rayman, and then you have let's just play a little bit of this. You have for Glowbox himself, so he can even, you know, do float and go along there. What I think is pretty cool, they mentioned this toward the end, you can do different game modes. So like this is a completely different board. Okay, you can add projectiles, you can add bosses, you can add like super power things, and create your own levels. Okay, all right, all right, so check out the website. I'm gonna have this, you know, linked in the description, and then watch the trailer, check it out for yourself, and then also, you know, you should put in your email to get notified on launch. But let's talk speculation a little bit. So this is going on to Kickstarter in September, and when that Kickstarter campaign actually goes up, I'll definitely be doing a video on it. But just having, like, you have the 4 characters which look like they do different things, which I think is pretty cool, and that's definitely a key factor. You definitely want to have a game that's like, the characters are different, okay, like they do different things. That's like, I think that is definitely like a key factor into a lot of games if you're playing as different characters. You have that. You could also like hit each other, which is cool, to like prevent, you know, the other players from rescuing the teensies. But like I was watching the trailer and I'm like, all right, so you just run around the board and you rescue teensies, and then you have to just make another lap, and that's really it. Like, I felt like that there wasn't much there. But then at the end, when they say you can have there's another board, there's another, you know, another board that you can play on. There's like projectiles, powers, bosses, more enemies. You could create your own levels. That's 6 other variables that you have now for this game, that I think is gonna make this game like replayable, because that was what I was concerned with. Like, at first, you're just running around the board doing the same thing every single game. Like, but if you can add all these different things into it, I think that is definitely going to be key. Also, for the solo players, you have it says 1 to 4 players, so I assume you can do it solo, which I'm not a fan of doing, you know, solo games or anything. So, but it's there for the people that want it. So I'm really looking forward to this. I am very interested, and I'm very excited, I guess I will say, for this, because also the other thing is too, I'm hoping for some stretch goals. Give us some other characters with some other action cards, or give us, you know, enemies, or new enemies, or bosses, or extra stuff, you know what I mean? That's what I want to see in a Kickstarter. If I'm going to go out of my way to back the Kickstarter and support the project, give me some extra stuff, or give me some kind of bonus thing in there, so that, you know, it gives me an incentive to back the Kickstarter, or some exclusive stuff. You know, that's what I really want to see. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Are you excited for this? Are you going to back the campaign? Let me know what you think. Does the game look fun? Does the game not look fun? Let me know down in the comments below. Want to know what you think. Check out our link tree in the description. It has our links to our Instagram page, our Facebook page, our podcast, our Patreon, our Discord server, and all that stuff is in the link tree. And as well, check the videos out that are on the screen. You can check those out. Those are other videos we have in the past. And again, I will be doing a video when the Kickstarter goes live to talk about the Kickstarter in full detail. So stay tuned for that. That's, I think, September, 17th or something. So again, stay tuned for that, guys. We'll see you in the next one.